Hello and welcome. In this video, I will explain everything you need to know about the Hungarian Cultural Knowledge Exam. Don't worry, it's not as scary as it sounds. Let's go step by step. Here are the 11 things you need to know about the Hungarian Cultural Knowledge Exam. Who needs to take the exam? Let's make this very clear. You need to take the exam if you are a third country national. But what does it mean? If you are from the European Union, you do not need this exam. There is also something called the EEA, so the European Economic Area. These countries are Norway, Iceland, Liechtenstein. If you are from one of these countries, you also do not need the exam. And what about Switzerland? Swiss citizens do not need to take the exam. So, who needs this? You need the exam if you are not from the EU, the EEA, or Switzerland. For example, if you are Serbian, American, or Ukrainian. What language is the exam? The exam is in Hungarian. But don't worry, the required level is only A2. This means you can write simple sentences. But here is the most important part. The exam is based on the official preparation material. So it's not a random Hungarian. You need to know the specific vocabulary and topics from the material. And this is exactly where many students struggle. They learn Hungarian, but not the right Hungarian for the exam. That's why I created the Hungarian Cultural Knowledge Exam course. It follows the official material step by step and teaches you exactly what you need to pass. So you don't waste time and you can prepare with confidence. Link for the course is below. How many questions are there? There are 12 questions, 6 topics, and 2 questions per topic. You have 60 minutes. That means about 5 minutes per questions. So yes, you have a lot of time. What are the topics? The 6 topics are the following: the national symbols and holidays, Hungarian history, literature and music, the Hungarian and the European literature and music, constitution, institutions, rights and duties, Europe and daily life. But you don't need every detail. These are all important, but don't worry, you can prepare. When do you pass the exam? You pass if you get from 16 to 30 points. If you get 0 to 15 points, you fail. The maximum score is 30 points. So here is the good news. You do not need 100%. You only need a little more than half to pass the exam. This means the exam is absolutely doable if you prepare the right way. How much does it cost? The exam costs 20,000 forint, paid per exam. You need to pay by bank transfer and to this official account. How many times can you try the exam? Maximum 3 times. After 3 failed exams, you cannot try again. So it's important to prepare well. How to apply? You need the application form filled out, of course. You need a copy of your ID document or your passport. You need a copy of the payment proof, and you have to send them by email to this email address that you can see on the slide. When do you get information? About 15 days before the exam. You will receive an email with all details. Where is the exam? The exam takes place in Budapest at the government office. You can see the exact address here on the slide. What happens if you miss the exam? If you cannot attend the exam, it depends on the reason. If it's not your fault, for example, illness and unexpected situation, then you need to show an official document and proof. For example, a medical certificate. In this case, you can request a new exam date. But if you miss the exam without a valid reason, you may lose the opportunity. So it's very important to inform them as soon as possible. Are you still confused? That's completely normal. The exam can feel a bit complicated at the beginning, but you don't have to do it alone. If you have questions, you can send me an email and I will help you. So remember, you don't need a perfect Hungarian. You just need the right preparation. Since the exam requires at least A2 level Hungarian, I created something to help you. You can take a free language level test. It has 35 questions. If you answer about 25 to 30 questions correctly, that means your level is strong enough to start preparing for the exam in Hungarian. If your result is lower, I recommend that you first improve your Hungarian to A2 level and only then start preparing for the exam. And there is more. You will also get access to the first lesson of my exam preparation course, where you can learn with me online. You can learn about the Hungarian coat of arms and how to talk about it in Hungarian. This is a real exam topic. Click the link below the video and sign up for free.